Well, it's one of the many popular foodie trends that you're seeing on Pinterest, if you're into that.
Yeah, I am. You're not.
Cooking with croissant. Now, is it a croissant? Or did I just croissants?
Croissant.
Croissant.
You've been letting me say it wrong the whole time?
I don't know. I just thought you looked so cool. You were so into it. We challenged one of our chefs, who you hear right over on the side, Antigoni McCloud. She is going to make what she thinks. She's going to interpret a croissant,
right?
Or whatever. But she's got a couple different dishes here, right?
And I'm Greek, so what do I know about croissant or croissants or crescent rolls, right?
You know about baklava.
I know about baklava, so I'm reaching from what I know. So like you said, we've got a dessert, which is a croissant bread pudding, and there are several recipes out there for that sort of thing, but I took a twist on it and incorporated almonds and walnuts and cinnamon and allspice, the traditional ingredients to a Greek baklava, and then it's topped with a lemon yogurt honey whipped cream.
That's
that guy over
but
there.
First we got to make the dinner.
We're gonna do dinner first. So this is like a super fancy romantic dinner almost.
It's called a rosemary and blue cheese beef wellies with a mushroom sauce. I had to read it because I couldn't remember all of it.
There is a lot to it, but it's super simple, and it starts off with using pre-made crescent roll dough.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and you can
I was going to make a wisecrack about using that, but no, that's the real deal.
But she buys like the organic version.
I did buy the organic version, totally. And I think, it's not one of those ingredients that I use regularly in my house, but you go to Pinterest and you see people playing with these ingredients, and you can do something kind of cool and fun and upscale with it, and it isn't just like the cold pizza that my grandma used to make or something like that, which is super yummy. So you want to flour your surface, and then, as we all know, you've got the serrations in the dough, so you want to lightly flour it and roll it out so that the serrations are nice and flat and incorporated. And then, like with many sort of puff pastry dishes, you want to brush a little egg wash around the sides.
So what's a welly? I mean, when you say welly, I'm thinking like boots perfect for rainy weather.
Right. Well, actually, it's a version of a beef Wellington, right? Which classically is a mushroom duxelle, which is sautéed mushrooms and shallots, and then often there's some goose liver pate, all wrapped in puff pastry.
Wow.
So, with creative license, you can take that idea and turn it into something else. And as we all know, blue cheese and steak are really, really super yummy together.
I mean, they belong together.
Exactly.
All the time.
Are like yin and yang.
They really are.
Sonny and Cher.
I got you, babe.
That wasn't very good.
It was good.
Sorry.
They ended up breaking up.
He passed away.
And they broke up.
I'm done.
Come back. So back to the steak. We've got these lovely fillets that we seared in butter, and then this is a compound butter of butter and blue cheese and fresh rosemary.
Oh my
And if you're doing this at home, you would leave the cheese and the butter out to room temperature, mix it together, and then turn it into a tube using saran wrap, and it looks like a little piece of candy.
Love it.
Put it in the fridge so it solidifies. Then you slice it like you would cookie dough. Put it on top of your fillet.
You could probably, like if you're making filet the night before, make a couple extra, and then have this prepped and ready to go?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then you just put it right down like that.
Whoa.
And nice and fierce.
Yeah, this is good.
And seal it up.
And then
like
how long do you bake this?
You bake them for about 20 minutes. Depending on how you like your steak cooked, too.
Yeah.
I try to shoot for medium rare, but with this, you could go medium because you don't want it necessarily bleeding all over the dough when you do slice it.
Sure.
You're going to brush it once again in the egg wash, place it on a parchment-lined cookie sheet, and bada bing, bada boom.
Oh my gosh.
Make a little mushroom sauce, and there you go.
Get in on it.
Put it on the plate and give it a try.
Yeah, this looks...
Here, I prepared this one for you.
Wow, that was really nice.
You guys could just try it like a little sandwich, too, if you don't want to slice it.
Well, we can be civilized.
What else do we have here while we're mowing on this?
Yeah, tell us about this bread pudding.
What we have is a bread pudding, and classically, bread pudding is an egg custard with whole milk and half and all sorts of deliciousness. And in the custard, which you see here, is super liquidy. You like?
It's ridiculous.
And it's super easy. It looks really fancy, and it's something you could do for a nice dinner. You can make it several hours in advance, and you're good to go.
That rosemary and the blue cheese together in that compound butter is ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty addictive.
Yeah, I told you. I warned you, didn't I?
Yes,
bad. He can't speak. It's too
Herbie
good.
likey.
Yeah.
Excellent. So here we've got lemon zest, or orange zest rather, in the custard, almond extract and vanilla extract, so you get some nice, yummy, sweet flavors. And then we've got the stale diced croissants, and you don't have to buy expensive ones for this. And I toast them in the oven so they get a little extra crunchy, and they'll soak the custard in a little bit more.
Yeah, you want them to just absorb all that.
Exactly, and you can actually even prep this the night before, but I like to do it at least 30 minutes so that the cubes really, really soak into that egg custard.
Oh my gosh.
And I really want people to see that it is super liquidy, and don't let that scare you, because I think it can be sort of like, oh my God, how is that going to be a cake?
Right.
But once it sits and then you bake it for almost 50 minutes to an hour, it gets nice and stiff. At this point, I'd stir in the nuts as well, and you can see that there is how it turns out,
when
nice
you bake
and
it.
solid. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that is delicious. Bread pudding is really outstanding, and I think with the croissants is such a brilliant way to use it. And especially if you go and you buy croissants and you want to have like a lovely breakfast or something, you're inevitably going to have some left over.
So what makes the croissant, like in this particular thing, versus using a regular kind of bread, other than that this is the trendy thing to do now?
Well, it's so buttery. Like all of that butter in the croissant.
You really taste the difference?
You totally can. It makes it super moist. And I like to eat this for breakfast too, honestly. There's absolutely no reason. You have baked French toast, so this is sort of like the same thing.
What's this topping on here?
It's whipped cream with Greek yogurt folded into it, honey and lemon zest. So some more of those Mediterranean flavors in that topping.
Man.
Yumsies?
Yeah.
Yumsies.
Boy, there is a reason why you have a restaurant. That is a really good thing. Oh my gosh, Antigoni, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking our pinspiration.
Yeah, my pleasure.
That is so delicious. So good. We have these recipes on our website. Go to TwinCitiesLive.com and click on food. Okay, tomorrow we're going to have a little chicken chat, people. I'll tell you where, coming up next.